Now that we know Six Flags is pursuing working with RMC again in the future, thanks to Canada's Wonderland's new ride survey, it got me thinking, what Six Flags parks out there that could benefit the most from a new RMC? And what type of RMC? We're talking conversions, RMC Split Rexes, single rails, and ground ups. Welcome to Theme Park Brandon, and the first park we're heading to on this top 10 list is the park that I used to work at in 2006 and 7, and that is Six Flags New England. And this park obviously is pretty landlocked. There's not a ton of room here, and the park, formerly known as Riverside, already has the awesome coaster Wicked Cyclone, so adding another RMC to the park really does make sense. As to what type, well, when you look at the space and the type of money that Six Flags would want to invest into this park in the future, I think it's a no-brainer, guys. A RMC single roller coaster makes the most sense for this park. Hopefully it's a custom layout and not a clone, but something like that where you can run 3 trains, capacity isn't the huge issue at the park, but still offer it as and market it as New England's only single roller coaster makes a ton of sense. Heading down the East Coast to Dorney Park, because I think that for out of this lineup, they have no RMCs obviously. They could easily benefit from one, and why not open up a brand new record-breaking RMC single roller coaster as well? Now what I really love about this is obviously Great Adventure has a single roller coaster, but no other park here in Pennsylvania has one. So they could easily market it as Pennsylvania's only single roller coaster. Dorney Park has the room, these rides don't cost a ton of money, plus this could easily become Dorney Park's obviously most intense ride, but I think the best ride in the park. Number 8 is Six Flags Great Adventure, just east of Dorney Park. And they obviously already have Jersey Devil, the awesome single roller coaster in the park. So RMC El Toro, yes or no? Let me know in the comments. Do you think they should? I don't think they should. Instead, I think they should get a brand new ground up RMC Split Rex coaster. Yes, the new model that looks phenomenal. Apparently this is like the new RMC T-Rex, or at least the coaster in between the single roller coaster and the actual T-Rex. That's what I'm going to call it. And this ride obviously can be huge, feature inversions, airtime hills, everything that you want, plus higher capacity. This type of ride at Great Adventure just makes sense, especially after the park opens up 2 shuttle coasters back to back. The next coaster Great Adventure adds really needs to focus on capacity. Number 7 is Six Flags over Texas. And obviously you have the new Texas Giant, the world's first RMC conversion, so I'm tossed between a RMC record-breaking single rail or the all-new RMC Split Rex coaster model as well. I think they would go Split Rex. I think the Tormenta, the 309-foot tall dive coaster, is going to bring in a lot of people, and it's going to create more of a buzz around Six Flags over Texas. So each new ride afterwards, I think it's going to be larger, not bigger wise, height wise, but just the best model possible for the park. And I think that definitely should be hopefully a RMC Split Rex coaster for over Texas. That would be legit cool, and hopefully that's something that the park would consider. Now, where it all started, where the idea of this video started, is number 6, Canada's Wonderland. These parks are the ones that really need the RMCs the most, in my opinion, the next 6 on the list. And this obviously on the survey was a ground up RMC coaster. Think Air Force One or Zadra. Having a ride, imagine this, having a ride like Zadra dominate the Canada's Wonderland skyline and be the 4th coaster over 200 feet tall, that would be legit. Just saying. I think Canada's Wonderland, for this ride to be on the survey, is a big move forward, a big step forward, because of all the drama around the Canada government doesn't want RMC to work or convert rides or whatever it is. I don't know all the specifics. I know some of my Canadian viewers probably know more about it. Please let us know in the comments. But there's drama as to why RMC cannot work in Canada. But for this to be on the survey, it makes me think that this drama, they've actually finalized at least an agreement with Canada as to allowing other companies like RMC to come in and build a ride. Who knows? Number 5 is Cedar Point. Now you might be thinking, why does Cedar Point need a RMC more than the other parks I've already mentioned? Well, you already have Steel Vengeance, obviously. Cedar Point is the coaster capital of the world. It's by far the best coaster collection within the Six Flags chain and the world itself, actually. There's obviously a lack of room in the park for new rides. I mean, there's a little bit of room, but when it comes to adding major rides going forward, Cedar Point's going to have to either remove more coasters or get very creative. Well, that's where the RMC Split Rex coaster comes in play here. This is the last one on the list. I think it just, this style of ride, this or the T-Rex, is built for parks like Cedar Point. They have the money. They don't need as many supports. So you can have this ride tower over other attractions, meaning that it doesn't take, the footprint to be a little bit more spread out, a little bit more unique. Something that could really benefit Cedar Point. And let's face it, this style of ride could easily become the best coaster at Cedar Point, if not the world. That is why I like this fit so much. Now, number 4 is my home park, and that is Carowinds. And by the way, if my voice seems off, or I just look a little different, my allergies are kicking my butt right now. I'm in my backyard pretty much every day, building my giant haunted backyard haunted house. So yeah, allergies and me don't mix very well apparently. But I wanted to get this video out because I love this idea. Carowinds, obviously RMC Hurler. Sad thing is, this ride still gets some really good ridership, which doesn't make sense in my opinion. Carowinds keeps on band-aiding the ride over and over. Hopefully they'll RMC it. Just imagine Thrill Zone with Fury 325, RMC Hurler, then maybe another thrill ride in the Drop Tower plot of land. Like, that's how you would totally revamp this area. And having a ride like RMC Hurler would just really propel Carowinds coaster lineup up so much higher than what it already is. I really hope this happens. Obviously, I would prefer a more unique layout than Twisted Timbers, and I'm sure they would not just clone the ride altogether. But nonetheless, I'm excited because I think there's a good chance that this might happen in the next 10 years, hopefully. Or they might just rip out Hurler altogether and build a new coaster there. But I think this is an area to watch out for sure. After the center of the park, where I think we'll get a Vekoma Tilt coaster next. Now, number 3, Worlds of Fun. Now, there's already rumors out there about Timberwolf getting the axe and replaced with an RMC conversion, which will be awesome. Timberwolf is an underrated wooden coaster that offers a very interesting layout that RMC would really want to drool over. There's a lot of really neat things RMC could do with this. I think this is going to happen. I really do. The World Cup, I believe, is coming to Kansas City soon. So having that there with this ride opening up would be really great for the park. Zambezi Zinger is a great ride, but it's not really thrill-oriented. It's been a long time since Worlds of Fun has opened up a thrill coaster. So therefore, RMC and Timberwolf is the most cost-effective way to add yet another major thrill coaster to the park. Plus, they don't need Prowler, Zambezi Zinger, as well as Timberwolf, 3 wooden coasters in the park. It's time. Get it done. RMC, let's go to work. Now, number 2, one of everyone's favorite parks out there. I already know they have an amazing coaster lineup. We already know Orion is 13 feet shorter than 300 feet. We already know Diamondback Back Row is the best ride at Kings Island, hands down. If you agree with me, let me know in the comments. Now, RMC ground up coaster in the Vortex plot of land. Again, think something like Zadra in this location. Think about that for a minute. This would instantly become the best coaster at Kings Island, possibly even in Ohio, and maybe even in the entire world. If you look at Kings Island's lineup, it's filled with awesome coasters. No top 10 worthy coasters, but just really, really awesome rides. Kings Island needs a standout. They really do. Every other park out there pretty much has a standout. At least the major parks do. You know, some can say Beast, some can say Orion. But what I'm talking about is when you ask 10 people at Kings Island, what's your favorite ride? They're all going to say different answers. I mean, there might be 2 or 3 that say 1. But there's so many, and that's a testament how great Kings Island's coaster lineup really is. There's so many great coasters there. But Kings Island desperately needs that marketable #1. Everyone knows that is the best ride at Kings Island, and having a RMC conversion, or it's an RMC ground up coaster, possibly themed to the Vortex or somewhere or the other, would be legit cool. Now, before I get to the #1 park within the Six Flags chain that could benefit from RMC the most in the future, be sure to check out themeparkbrandon.com, my online merch store, for shirts like the one I'm wearing right now, as well as posters, hoodies, and a bunch of other cool stuff. I really do appreciate all the support. #1 is Six Flags St. Louis. Yes, the boss. It's time. This amazing looking CCI wooden coaster. And when I say amazing, like, the ride itself beats you up, but the layout is amazing. Just imagine what RMC could do with this layout in the woods for this park. I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. This would bring a top 10, top #3, or even #1 potential coaster in the entire country, maybe the world, to Six Flags St. Louis. Now, we're talking a ride under $20 million most likely, opening up and really just benefiting this park so much, because just like Worlds of Fun, they already have Screaming Eagle, I think it is, and then it used to be called Evel Knievel, but I think it's American Thunder. So I've not been to St. Louis in like 2010. And then obviously Boss. So 3 wooden coasters. It's time. Give this ride the treatment that it deserves. St. Louis has not added a brand new major coaster in what seems like forever, because it's practically been forever. Giving RMC the keys to changing and starting a movement for Six Flags St. Louis is something that the chain could really benefit from. I love this park. I've always have. I really hope they keep it. I really hope they RMC Boss. I just feel like there's, what's going to happen when the future of the whole entire chain? Will all these parks be part of the chain? That's the big question. And now that there's been 2 coasters over 400 feet tall get removed over the last year from the current Six Flags chain, here's a current look at the top 10 tallest roller coasters that you're going to find in the Six Flags parks. So be sure to check out the showcase video at the bottom of your screen. With that being said, this is Theme Park Brandon. You know what to do. Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember to smile today, think positive, and keep riding coasters.